Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is my recap for gig working activities for Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. Today was a much better day, both in terms of work and physically. I before I started work, I cut off a piece of a 200 milligram caffeine pill because yesterday I took a 200 milligram pill, but today I didn't need, or I didn't want to do the whole 200. So I cut off a piece, put it in a little sandwich bag, and forgot it. So there it is. I forgot to take it on my way out, and but I actually ended up not needing it. So the last time I quit caffeine cold turkey, I had withdrawals for like 3 days. So, well, I guess, and this time around it was kind of like 2 days. So 2 days ago I drank an energy drink, and yesterday the caffeine pill, and so far today zero caffeine. So we'll see if I'm through this, and I don't need any caffeine at all tomorrow. So hopefully. Um, Started off at 6 o'clock on an order right away. 850, 12 miles, Starbucks. I went ahead and took this because of the last couple days. I was kind of a little bit concerned that if I didn't take this, would I go 20, 30 minutes without getting an offer? So I'm taking it from home, so I factor in 3 miles for that. So this is kind of really like an 859 mile, if you want to look at it that way. So I took it. This was a little time consuming, took me 24 minutes and 475 and 375 tip. But and I was done with that at 6:24, and there's a good possibility if I would have declined this, I could have went till like 6:30 without making anything. And here at least I've got 850. 8 minutes later, I get a decline, $9, 13-mile TJs. 4 minutes later, another. What's with the upside down TJs here? And plus, I have problems in there. I usually have to wait on the orders. That's another thing. So this was a decline. And boom, right away, here we go. 2350, 16 miles, two Meyer orders, shopping 29 units. Okay. And I'm at the Meyer when I get this. So there you see the customer A was mostly these Michelina, however you say it. Is mostly those. A couple lemons. And then 16 items for B. Then I got 5 minutes into the shop, got a notification an item was added. So there it is right there, the chocolate chip muffins. I was in the area of the store when that got added. Walked right over to bakery, found that. I mean, pretty easy. Finished the shop at 6:55. So less than 20 minutes I had this shopped. So there's the first drop off at 7:18 and 7:35. $17 and a $7 tip, and there's the other tip right there. Appreciate it very much. And it took me several seconds to realize, wait a minute, where's the $5 promo? I shopped 29 items. It's anything over 19. And it took me a couple minutes. I guess I wasn't fully awake yet. But then if we go back to the original breakdown here, see, it has to be more than 19 items on a single order. So one of these had 13, one had 16, so no extra $5. So that's what it was. I was thinking for a couple minutes, I was thinking that I was going to have to call DoorDash support. Hey, why didn't I get my $5? And then, and then I kind of figured it out. Um, Upside down. Okay, so then I'm coming back, trying to come back to zone. I get an upside down Taco Bell, going to the hilltop, not interested. Then 2 minutes later, okay, so then I get these two orders that's like opposite direction. Okay, and I normally don't see stuff like this. So I don't know what was going on and why I was getting these offers. I didn't I didn't switch zones, okay? So normally when you're coming back to zone and you get an out of zone offer, it's usually something that's going to be taking you in the direction of heading back to zone, generally speaking. But this offer and the next one are not only bringing me closer to zone, they're going in the complete opposite direction. So like I said, I don't see this very often, but this was a decline. I'm not taking a Dollar General out to Whitehall. I hardly ever do deliveries out in that area. A minute later, 7:57. Here we go again. Picking up at. Why am I getting a downtown Columbus order delivering to Whitehall? Why is this? I'm no. Look at this. I'm nowhere near that restaurant, and traveling in the opposite direction. So I don't know. I didn't understand that. And not only that, I was in I was in a log jam of traffic. So I decided to put the dash on a pause. And you see here it was about 11 minutes that it took me to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I had to get out of that little traffic jam, got back into zone, got gas, and wanted to make sure because traffic was busy around there, around that gas. You see here, it's rush traffic time. So I wanted to get out of the gas station, and that's when I unpaused. Okay, it's 7:51. And then I get a notification that there's some new Vues available. So and it looked like on the map, you see all these orange dots, and then I could tell that there was a lot of them. So I was close to a CVS, so I went ahead and pulled in and park. Actually, I think I'm trying to think. Did I do this during that pause? I think this was after I unpaused it. I think. Oh, I can't. It doesn't matter. I can't remember for sure. But anyway, I pulled in the CVS. I took a look at the Vues, and here's the ones I took. So that they were all of them were paying $8. There was the CVS on Broadway, and that's where I was. That's where I pulled over to take a look at these. So there's the first one. And then the CVS over on Stringtown, and all these CVSs, it's the same thing. You walk around the whole perimeter of the property and take about 30 pictures of the landscaping and answer some other questions. Another CVS on Climb Road. I don't know. I maybe shouldn't have took that one. That's West Zone, and but anyway. And then this Walmart one was interesting. So this what you see here it's to capture photos of this brand of alcohol called South North. I never heard of it before. I'm not a drinker. Um, So yeah, this is the first time I've seen this on iView It, where I'm not taking pictures of a property or landscaping or anything like that. It's of a product. So that was interesting. I when later in the day when I went to go do this, I went to the alcohol aisle. There was, unfortunately, there was somebody in that aisle stocking the shelves. Thank you very much. I had to kind of work around her. And I didn't see this brand. I walked up and down that aisle twice. I didn't see it. I checked the end caps. I didn't see this at all. So all I had to do was take about 10 pictures of all of the alcohol. And then there was a couple questions. Do you have any other photos that you think would be helpful? Or do you have any other comments to add? You know, no and no, complete, done, submit. That was it for that. Um, CVS on 665 I took, and this Norton Road one. So I had five CVS and the one Walmart, and then um, so 8 times 6 is $48 for the Vues. And then I because I was getting those bad orders or whatever, or well, maybe it wasn't because of that. I figured since I was sitting at one of those 6 locations, I was sitting right there, I might as well go ahead and knock that one out. So I put my dash on a pause again and did the CVS where I was sitting and resume the dash. I had it on pause. What, about 15 minutes it took to do that, to go through and pick out the orders that I wanted and complete that view. 15 minutes. Okay, and then I took this $15 Taco Bell, 18 miles. Let's do it. This took 34 minutes, $10 and a 5.50 tip. So you know, time wise, this worked out. Just not, you know, not the best order to take in terms of mileage, but time wise, it worked out. Okay, and then I'm coming back to Zone and get a McDonald's, and then did I decline that? Oh, okay, I remember now. So I remember. So I completed the McDonald's at 9:17, and I couldn't get the pay screen because of this offer that came in. Um, and so yeah, this was a pretty this is a pretty heavy order, to say the least. I'll go ahead and tell this story and the rest of the dash in a separate video, members only. There will be a link in this video for how you can become a member if you're interested. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure to drive safe out there, and we'll catch you at the next video. Thanks again.